the loose. Can't stop the show. Big hoops tapping wherever he goes. Antlers swinging, he's stealing the scene. The wildest thing that you've ever seen. Moose on the loose. Here comes the star. Broadway's calling and he's raising the bar.
Welcome to Moose on the Loose, the podcast with two women who, it's a very aptly named podcast. We are pretty much just moose who are on the loose.
We're not loose. We are moose.
Well, speak for yourself. But I find that we're just like sort of crashing through the underbrush of life. You know, that's kind of how we go through the world. But we're also majestic. Would you agree with that? I think of myself as quite majestic.
I would hope that people only think of me as majestic.
So my name is Jasmine and this is Cherie.
Hi.
Welcome, Cherie. Yeah, there we go. What noise is she going to make? What takes so much time to plan to make that sound?
There's a whole process. Don't question it.
So we are like two people. We are the two people that walk around talking and laughing, going, either other people need to hear this. We need to have a podcast, or nobody should ever hear this ever. We might go to jail, you know. We went the podcast direction, which could lead to jail. We don't know what's going to happen. But what we decided is we will have a podcast. We will talk about anything that we think is funny. It's not a show about anything in particular. So welcome. It's like the Seinfeld of podcasts. But today we just picked the first topic that we sort of found floating around the internet, which was kind of there's a thing going around about is the villain in Disney movies, are they actually the hero? And this provoked some strenuous discussion. Would you agree with that, Cherie?
Oh, very strenuous. It was heavy lifting.
Heavy lifting, strenuous, deep into the night, you know. We had to sort of get to the bottom of it. And so for the first one that we decided we might talk about today, we're going to talk about The Emperor's New Groove. Now, if you're from the 80s and 90s, you may know this movie. You might know every word to this movie. You might very quickly be thinking, oh, yeah, like Emperor Cusco he was a dick. Like, he may be the worst emperor. And I'm sure there's been other bad emperors. Cherie, can you think of a bad emperor?
Off the top of my head?
Yeah, I'm thinking that guy that walked around with no clothes and stuff.
The Emperor's New Clothes, that guy?
Yeah, that guy from the nursery rhyme. Better or worse than Cusco?
Better or worse than Cusco? Oh, look, I mean, who knows? they're pretty average, to be honest. He didn't even notice that he wasn't wearing clothes. He was not bright.
He wasn't very bright. And then what? I mean, Nero. Like, I'm no history teacher, although I definitely did used to be a history teacher. That's exactly what I was. But don't worry about that. So I've made a case. In the past, you know, I've left that behind. I've made a case here to really get to the bottom. Is Cusco actually better than Yzma? I think the problem with Yzma is that she's hideous, and so we think that she's bad. We just equate her horrendous skeletal ugliness with being a villain. Let's
not undersell it. She's hideously ugly beyond all reason.
She was hideous beyond all reason.
That's right.
So I'm just thinking, how did Yzma come across, like Yzma, hideous beyond all reason, come across Kronk, hottie with the body, make spinach puffs for days? Like, how would they have even got together? And I feel like she was probably just heaps horny. Do you know what I mean?
Well, Kronk,
when you watch the kids' movie, you don't realise there's a horny old lady in it.
Maybe his spinach puffs were just really that good too. I mean,
You think she was having sex with his spinach puffs? What's just wrong with you?
that's not what I meant.
Okay. So I don't know. That was just like a side thought. That was sort of separate from the actual case I was making for her. But I'm actually making the case for why Yzma's the worst. Did you also start saying why she's the worst, or did you want to at least? No. I'm saying why she's better.
I was
Did
like,
you want to tell me why she's the worst or why she's the best?
look, I mean, I think you tell me all of the things. This is why she's the best, and I'm going to reserve my judgment. I'm going to reserve
All
my
right.
judgment because
Uh,
there's some things.
I'm going to go with just the obvious here. Kuzco, she's just better by default. Kuzco tried to kill everyone. He tried to wipe out a village to build his summer, palace. He wouldn't feed anyone. He threw people out the window if they asked for food and interrupted his groove.
Yeah,
Case closed. Or is there, unless you've got something you want to add?
terrible emperor. Totally get it. Was Yzma any better though?
Well, we've established she's hornier. Even with all the thrusting dancing.
I reckon Cusco fucks. I don't know.
I reckon he sees just like, what was the Pacha's wife?
Yeah.
She was a fox. She was a pregnant fox.
Pacha
So
was punching. He was
100%. He's one of those big strong men sort of thing. They had all those kids, no wonder. I just thought he was a fox. So I just reckon like if he was going to go after anyone, it would have been that. You know what I mean? And that he probably didn't. Actually, he gives me a bit of a ferret, like a bit of a gay vibe.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I reckon Yzma has a bit of a gay vibe too, though. Like if you look at the purple, I don't know why she just gives a bit of a gay vibe.
Yeah, now that you say that, yes, yep. Also, Yzma has an underground lair that is pretty like advanced for that time period.
Yeah.
Did she build that?
So you're saying she's like pretty forward thinking in terms of research and development? Like
Yeah.
that's what her lair
in the
was
town
intended for.
Let her organise how to feed all of the people.
Why wasn't she using that lair to organise feeding the people?
I don't know. Now that I think about how she had a big slippery slide, it seems like she would have, probably put her efforts into other people, other things. But so that was probably my main argument. Whenever I think of Yzma, I just think of like eyelashes.
Boobs? Oh, eyelashes? Yeah, okay.
Well, eyelashes became a thing for a while where, do you remember everyone was doing fake lashes and to Yzma level?
Yeah, I saw a video of a girl who had lashes that were so long and she was on a boat and they were like flapping backwards.
How long did you watch that video for?
An embarrassingly long amount of time.
To the end, you wanted to know, like, do they come off? They poke her in the eye.
Yes, I needed closure on the whole thing. I watched it start to end. I don't regret it.
I love this. We have access to every bit of information in the entire world. What are you doing? What are you watching? You've got access to images of the entire world. What do you look at? My house. Where's my house? That's the equivalent of what you're doing.
No. I look at where is my car parked because I know there's places around that the Google, like the image car went past, and I know that I'm in quite a few of the images.
I'd imagine you look up where is my car parked, and it just has like the pin drop just on the car park, the shopping centre car park. You're like, I know it's in there. I don't know where. Which level? So do you think Yzma wanted to feed the people? Like, or did she just want the power?
Oh, she
Like,
wanted the power. She 100% wanted the power. If she wanted to feed the people, she would have fed the people.
that's true. Because like when the movie starts, she's sitting in his chair and Cusco's like, you were doing it again. My job. But what she's been saying when he walks in was telling to someone was, I don't care about your people having food. And she goes, take him away. So actually, she wasn't planning on feeding them either.
Do you know what? I will say one thing in her defense, and one thing only, really. She was fired essentially for like turning 80 or turning 1,000, however old she
Ah.
is. That's pretty unfair. I mean, I think we've all thought about turning our boss into a llama from time to time when things like that happen. But it was pretty extreme.
I like her kill method.
I don't
You know what I mean?
like your killing policy, but I do really like your summer killing policy.
Yay, we got a Simpsons quote in the first episode. Everyone expect more of that.
It was going to happen.
It was always going to happen. She'll turn him into a flea, and then she'll put that flea in another box, and then she'll put that another box inside another box, and then she'll mail it to herself, and then she'll smash it with a hammer. And I'm like, who's the visionary that wrote this script? Point them out so I can applaud them.
I have a feeling that there must have been like a bottle of wine involved.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an unhinged person, and they get paid to be unhinged, and that's an inspiration to me. That's all I really want,
Yes.
to get paid to do stupid shit, you know?
I just like to get paid to just do anything, really. I just like to get paid.
I want to get paid so bad. All right, well, I think that's pretty much the point that I was making, and now I thought we could play a little game. Are you into that?
I'm into games.
All right, it's called Snog, Marry, Avoid. So let's do that. Here we go.
Dubby Energy has declared war on Big Energy, who probably support ISIS. If you want an energy drink with no maltodextrin, no artificial colours, and no kickbacks that fund insurrections in the Middle East, then look no further. So head on over to dubby.gg and use the promo code 1001songs, that's the number 1001, for 10% off price of purchase. And remember, kids, if it's not Dubby, it's ISIS.
طويلة من الجهاد والصبر.
Actually, I'm sure I was going to call it Moose, Marry, Avoid, and the moose would just be like anything. Like, would you put your antler on them? Like the tone of voice that you say it in, you know? Would you touch their antler? Right? Do you see?
You're like really into the antler thing, but that's
What do you think is the sexual part of a moose?
their hoofs.
Oh, my.
You ever had a moose hoof?
I just imagine it's just. Actually, I was thinking you could get injured with that, but the antlers like built for injury. That's the purpose of them.
I'm just imagining one of those x-rays that you see of people who have like had things stuck in a place that they shouldn't have had them.
And they're like, oh my God, you got gored by a moose. Yeah. The moose came over and did it.
And he stole $500 from my wallet.
I just hope our listeners haven't got like an image of like me doing it with a moose antler.
I kind of hope that they have got that image. Actually,
Oh no! I wonder if there'll be an uptick in sexual assaults on moose.
We
on
got
all moose.
reality very, very quickly. We are 9 minutes in. I would just like to point out.
No, I'm happy with that. No, I'm really relieved it wasn't in the first minute.
Next time we can even get in there faster. We'll make it like a challenge.
Oh, that's our segment, the bestiality segment.
Yeah.
I don't want to be known as the bestiality podcast, I'm going to be honest.
Well,
We got Moose, Marry, Avoid, and the options are Kuzco, Yzma, Kronk. Go.
Moose, marry, avoid. Okay. Kuzco, moose.
Oh, okay. I'd moose the hell out of Kronk, okay? If I'm moosing anyone.
You have to marry Kronk. Kronk is
Oh.
material.
Can I moose him a little bit while we're married?
You can moose the fuck out of him.
Oh, well, great. Yes, then if I get to do both, it's probably a good idea.
Marry one's like that's a good one. I would avoid Yzma, just because she's scary beyond all reason.
Yeah. Hang on. She did not try and turn him into a llama.
She tried to kill him.
She tried to kill him. It was Kronk's accident that made him turn into a llama. I was thinking, oh, she's not that bad. She could have turned him into something worse. She could have turned him into a cow and he would have had to go home. You know what I mean?
I've been turned into a cow.
You're excused. You know, she was actually trying to kill him. So come on. We'll have to wrap it up at the end, I suppose, and decide who's better, is Kuzco or Yzma, but it's not looking good for her.
It's not looking good, no.
No, not. All right. Well, then the other. Also, we both the same. We're both marrying Kronk, which I would happily do, and I bet he's the type of guy who gets down on one knee, but to theme music.
Oh, for sure. And there's a squirrel definitely on his shoulder.
Oh, there would be a squirrel.
Will hold the ring.
Oh, I forgot about that whole thing. No, I can't marry someone who goes squeak, squeakum, squeak, squeakum. I can't do that. I'm not doing that.
You just block your ears if you feel a squeak, squeakum coming on. Just walk out of the room. It's fine. You can do that just to anyone in your life, really. And I think that's good advice.
This is sound advice for anybody.
Literally, if you know they're about to say something ridiculous, you can just leave. It's like
you can just leave. What if they're like, I'm going to sell all of our assets, liquefy, and put all the money into the poker machines down the road?
Then you just leave and you just hope that you're going to win. Just have your fingers crossed as you walk away.
It's one of these, like, it's a risky move, but with risk comes reward. So okay,
it's so risky.
That'll be the plan.
Respect it.
All right. That's my plan. If someone tries to liquefy all my assets, I'm not sure why. That's the first place that I went. All right, we're playing another game, and it's called Two Moose and a Lie. Here we go. You got two mooses for me, Cherie?
I have two mooses and a lie for you. All right.
Oh, I'm going to try and tell you which one is the two mooses.
Well, look, you can either pick which one is the lie, or you can pick which one, or you can even pick all three. It's fine.
It's like doing maths. I handle it.
If
all right, hit me.
Has to get home by 2:00. No. All right, I'm hitting you. Okay. The film's original version was actually entirely, the whole soundtrack was written by Sting, and they pretty much scrapped most of it, but it was a very, very different film. So that's one. And then Patrick Warburton, who is the voice actor for Kronk, improvised the famous shoulder angel / devil scene when he was doing the recording.
Really? Oh my goodness.
The movie performed so poorly at the box office that Disney considered it to be a financial failure.
Okay. I didn't know about the Sting thing, and obviously the movie's not like that, but you're saying it, because they didn't go with it. So that could be true. Mm-hmm. And then the angel and the devil thing, I believe that could be improvised. It was fantastic. It's, look at him. He's wearing that sissy dress. He's got that stringy thing. Like, it's genius. I love it.
Exactly.
When I talk to people, other adults, I do it sometimes. Actually, I just don't know why it comes up so often in conversation. Hey, have you seen The Emperor's New Groove, a movie that I watched when I was 10 back in the 90s?
Not so often you're starting every conversation with that sentence.
Yeah, I do. I just way, way too often. And they always say no, which may not be the best movie, therefore, to start our podcast off on, because we might just have all one listener
Our
staying
own
up.
mother has not seen it.
Well, Mum's
I
seen
found
it.
this out the other day.
Say what? She hasn't seen it?
Seen it.
What the hell was she doing when we were watching it over and over and over?
I don't want to know.
Oh, I don't want to know. Okay, good. We've sorted that out. So I'm going to say it's a financial flop, even though it was fantastic.
Now that's a good guess, but you are wrong.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm happy for them. What was the lie? Was it the Sting thing? It was a bit far out.
No, the lie was that Paul Burton improvised the shoulder angel devil scene.
Oh my God.
I wish that was true.
What do we win or lose if we win or lose this game? And what do we lose if we lose so badly that we've had a second guess and still got it wrong?
If you had a second guess and still got it wrong, you get to go sit in the corner.
On a chair or on the floor? I'm getting really old.
On the chair, but with a dunce cap.
Oh. Fair enough.
I can't believe that was a thing that people used to do.
Did they?
Yeah.
Tell me about this.
No, that was a thing, apparently. Not in our lifetime, but like in our parents' lifetime. They actually did make children wear a hat that said dunce on it. And they would make them go sit in the corner of the classroom with the dunce hat on.
Oh my God. Do we think that created resilience or trauma? Where are we at with that?
It's resili trauma. New term I'm coining.
Well, I suppose if we were going to make a judgment, do you feel the same as me that they're both shit? I'd probably rather have Kuzco. Even Kuzco from the start of the movie, not the one at the end of his arc where he's kind of come good-ish.
Yeah, I think so. He was, at least he was like, he had a good taste in music. And he was like, everything was sort of colourful. Yzma came in and she just ruined it all.
Okay.
But they were good shit. I think we can agree on that.
Yeah, they're both heap shit. Who would, if you were going to have like a roommate, you had to live with one of them, who would you rather live with?
Kronk. Oh, no, one of Yzma.
Yeah, Yzma or Kuzco. Yeah.
Oh, Yzma probably keeps things a bit tidy.
I imagine she uses a lot of talcum powder.
Yeah. But I imagine she probably also would vacuum it up after herself.
She was rather clean. She has crocodiles.
Yeah, but she also has a super happy fun slide.
Kuzco dances.
Okay.
He's got good music.
He does have good music, and he has chefs and like people who attend. Yeah, all right. My mind has been changed.
So it's okay to believe someone would be a better roommate. Oh no, he's the better roommate and the better emperor.
Oh yeah.
You started off wanting Yzma to be your roommate.
Yeah, but
not your emperor. Not your emperor. You can live with me, but you may not lead me in politics.
I think that about most people in my life, actually.
Me? You don't want me to lead you in politics?
No, look, I've always said this. If we weren't, the way that we are, then we should go into politics.
The way that we are.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, we should go into politics, but like in the background and have someone else speak for us. Because we got to bestiality within 9 minutes of our first podcast. So, I don't know if we're cut out for public office, but I think we've got some good ideas.
And it wasn't even like, oh, bestiality, that's bad. It wasn't even that.
We leaned into it.
Okay, well, I think probably anyone who's listening to this podcast has thought, what the fuck was that? What did I stumble onto there? And God, they really are moose on the loose. They are on the loose. Someone
We have
catch
lived
'em.
up. I think we've very, very firmly lived up to the Moose on the Loose name.
Yeah, people see where it's coming from. So next pod, we will pick probably another couple of villains and heroes and figure them out. Maybe chuck in a couple of extra games, and maybe we can recap the week that was. There was some stuff I wanted to talk about this week, but now I've forgotten. But I'll write it down this week.
Oh yeah, we
I
always
think-
say we're going to write it down though, don't we?
I know, but I feel like I wanted to have some sort of rant, but my rants are pretty humorous, so I might insert a bit of a rant in there as well, so people have got that to look forward to
We
if
should
they
call
like
it a
listening to a rant.
rampage. Because I feel like this is not going to rant, but it's going to rampage.
We should call it a rampage. That's amazing. And then like they'll know it's coming because they'll hear. Yeah, Jazzy's
Well,
ranting.
they'll know something's coming. They won't know what.
They won't know what. Yeah.
No.
They're about to find out. All right. Well, thanks very much for doing the pod with me, and I will see you back here next week.
I will see you then. Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Bye.
Moose on the loose, here comes the star. Broadway's calling and he's raising the bar.